Are you just getting started with building an online business? And are you also new to the prospect of promoting products and services to make money online with affiliate marketing? Well, there are definitely some things that you must understand, and I just want to share with you some aspects of what I wish I knew before I started with affiliate marketing, just so you can avoid the simple mishaps and elements that can stop you from really achieving results a lot faster. So if I go all the way back a number of years, even as far back as late 2017, early 2018, I had been trying different ideas to try and make money online. Even way back as 2005, I was buying and selling products on eBay on and off, and it was a good little way to make money with regards to selling items that you had laying around the house or items that you no longer wanted or needed anymore. And sometimes you can make good money, but then in other times you could lose money, so there was always that caveat. Sometimes you would underprice something, sometimes you would overprice something and it wouldn't sell. I suppose, like anything else in this online world, there's a lot of trial and error. But I think if you're like me, most of us always want to create something that we can build on. And while selling your products online is a good way to start, which it is, but platforms are changing and there's more rules and restrictions because they're trying to avoid different issues, and there's a lot of scams, especially in today's world. It's just ridiculous what's going on. So you have to protect yourself, and the companies that you're working with and the platforms that you're using also have to protect themselves too. So there's a lot more restrictions now more than ever that you need to be mindful of and aware of more specifically. But it still doesn't mean that you can be restricted to making money online. But if we move forward to say late 2017, early 2018, I eventually got into using some skills that I had at college where I was doing web design and graphics, digital graphics, graphic design and so forth. But I wanted to figure out a way of how I could basically start making money online and take what I had known and used before and how to build on it. So I did figure out, and I seen elements of showing you how to build an e-commerce store. So I began using Shopify, and I spent about between 6 and 10 months completely building out a Shopify store. Now, I'd never done anything like that in my life, but I managed to figure out the process and work through it. Now, the shop is no longer available. I took it down obviously because I didn't really know at the time how to fully build on it and market it. It was one thing to build the website and to put all of the pieces together, how to source products, and I managed to do all that. But the problem that came with it is after that, and that was the one mistake that I made at the start, and it's the same with affiliate marketing. When you build all of these elements, your automatic assumption is to think that people are just going to show up and buy, and that's it. That doesn't happen at all. If anything, it will just cost you money. But at the same time, it was also a good experience, because had I not done that, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now. But I had to make those mistakes in order to get to where I am. I have covered some of those elements on the processes that I had to use and even decisions that I had to make way back on the early days of my channel. I did make a few videos of it, so I'll leave a link to those videos in the description as to the reasons why I shut it down. Now, it's not to say that I wouldn't do it again. I would, but it's definitely a lot of faffing around, and it is very time consuming. Plus, you need to have products and services that align with your value proposition and how you're building your business. It has to align with what your audience wants and needs so that it can help them, because that's the one thing, because that's the other issue that I found from starting out on this online journey, is that it's not about you. It's about the people that you're aiming to help or that you're looking to get into your funnel or into your circle. If people are coming to you, there's generally a reason behind it. They always want something or need something from you, and if you can present something to them, there's a chance they're going to ask you all of those awkward questions, that they're always going to look for you to provide answers to their theories and their concepts. So if you can position yourself as the authority in that area, there's a very good chance that you can grow and build a successful business online. But that's where many of us make the mistake, is we don't really know how to provide that value or provide those elements that can actually help people. We know we want to do something and we know we want to help people, but we don't really know where to start. And I think that's the biggest concept and the biggest issue for most people starting out online. It's still happening even today, because every new year brings more and more people into this stratosphere where people are starting to understand that there's more to life than working in the norms of society, working in the rat race, working 9 to 5, working for someone else, making someone else rich, when you know rightly well that you've enough value and you've enough about you that you can start earning a piece of that for yourself. But that's also another thing, which leads me on to another point, is your mindset. Your mindset has to change, because you have to develop that self-belief in yourself to understand that you are capable of being able to pursue this avenue and do what it is that you want want to do and help those that are in need. Mindset is everything. This is probably the most important part of this whole concept, because we may not have the confidence in ourselves when we first start out. We don't have the self-belief in our ideas or our vision, and sometimes the simplest thing to solve this is just to start. Allow yourself to make those mistakes, allow yourself to feel uncomfortable, allow yourself to feel embarrassed. But a lot of times most of us are not willing to go there. We're not even willing to entertain that. Once we feel uncomfortable, it's too easy to bury our head in the sand. I'm living proof of that. I made all of those mistakes. Let's just say that we're work in progress. We're always trying to develop, but we can only do that if we're willing to take that plunge. But if you can change your mindset around how you perceive things and what you want to do, you will start to see some level of progress. But you have to make that start, and you have to get your foot in the door and start making those steps happen. It's just like losing weight. I've been on that journey myself, losing weight and getting into the best shape of my life, which led me to go on in my personal life to go on to become a personal trainer for a while, because I developed the skills and the knowledge necessary to be able to teach others how to do the same. I wouldn't have done that until I put myself through all of those hard tasks and trials in order to achieve those results that I wanted. Which also leads to the next point, is you don't want it bad enough. It's like anything in life. If you really want something enough, you can have it within reason. Obviously you have to work towards it. You have to build the foundations and keep being consistent. It's the same with losing weight. Going back to that previous story, it took me almost 12 months to get into the shape that I was in back a few years ago, but I was training 6 days a week. I was eating healthy, and I was consistent because I knew in my mind this is what I wanted at that time, and I was not going to let anything stand in my way. And the thing is, truthfully, I didn't, and the results that I got were way beyond what I ever expected to achieve. And you can use that element and take that into your online journey. You don't let people stand in your way, because there are those, even your family members, your friends, people you grew up with, people you even work with, and even in today's age there's still people out there that still have the 9 to 5 mindset, that still have that limited appeal or aspect in how life is perceived. They have a one-track mind where they see everything in black and white, and they don't realise that there's a lot else going on that you can achieve, and they're not really willing to evolve or to grow or to think outside the box. And more often than not, they try to hold you back as a result, because they see you trying to do something different, and therefore they don't understand it. And instead of trying to understand it and maybe even try and learn something or work with you, they work against you. So unfortunately, for you to get where you want to go, you need to unfortunately become ruthless. You need to say to yourself, okay, this isn't working for me. These people aren't helping me. I need to start distancing myself and even cut them out altogether if I truly want to go down the path that I want to go on. Because if you let outside influences dictate your actions, you're never really going to move forward. So with all of these steps in mind, how does that work around your journey with affiliate marketing? Well, essentially anything in the digital space, whether you're doing video, whether you're doing e-commerce, promoting products or services that you've created, or even promoting other people's products, which you will do through affiliate marketing, the processes and the steps are almost identical in many ways. And all of the aspects that I've just previously discussed will tie into those elements, because it all boils down to consistency and discipline. But you also need to make sure that if you decide to choose a product or service, it has to align with your goal and your vision, because if it doesn't, people will find it hard to relate to you. That's also the other mistake, and I made that as well. It was easy to see when you first started out, even when I created this YouTube channel at the start, it was easy to see the pound signs and look at all of the wealth of items, courses, products, resources that you could promote. Like, there really is an absolute abundance of them out there. But the problem you will make, and everybody makes this happen, is that you try to be one size fits all. You try to be all things to all people, and truthfully that very rarely ever works. You might get lucky if you're already an established creator where you've already built up some credibility in your area, where you can transition to that over time. But if you're new to this whole realm, don't even bother trying to do that. It is a waste of time. You'll only end up burning out way sooner than you would think. The main priority here is to focus on one area of interest. If you're creating content around a specific topic, focus on that one topic. If it's not working after, say, a period of time, then you can transition it. Even if you want to stay within that area, try to think of it from a different angle and just try and test to see what works until something sticks. And you will find something in time. And once you've found that, you double down on it. But you focus and make that your number one focus. Because once you've done that, then you can find products and services that are relatable to that area of interest. And that's where you can really start to see results and start making some really good money from. But it's all trial and error. At the end of the day, we do have to put ourselves in these uncomfortable positions. We have to make those choices. We have to make those sacrifices. Not all of us are willing to do that, mind you. Even for myself personally, while I have seen many levels of success with things that I've been doing. I know myself, I'm still not where I'd like to be, but we also end up creating unexpectable expectations for ourselves, or unrealistic expectations for ourselves, instead of trying to keep things simple. But if you ever feel like you're losing the plot and you're not sure of where it is that you're going, or you're questioning things, always try to go back to your original message to yourself. What is it that you do? What is it that you're here for? And your main goal is to not only be a better version of yourself, but to help others also in need, because it will help you to stay on course, to stay on your path, and to continue on that purpose. Not an easy thing to do, mind you, because there's so many things up in the air, because there is a lot of work, there is a lot of grinding, there is a lot of consistency that is required in order to make this work. But it will work over time, but you need to have a long-term vision as to what it is that you want to do, or what you want to create, and plan it out and make it happen. Now luckily there are tools and resources out there that can help you. There are many training platforms, pieces of software, various affiliate marketing platforms and resources that can help you and allow you to promote products and services that you can generally start making money from. You can even build your entire business around many of these elements, so you're only limited by your imagination at the end of the day, as it all starts and ends with you. But whatever you decide, just know that you need to be consistent, but that you do have it in you to achieve great things if you're willing to put in the work, regardless of what you're willing to do online, whether that be through affiliate marketing, building websites, building YouTube channels, creating your own online courses or digital products. You have the ability to do that, but you need to be consistent and think long term and be honest in your approach. With that being said, there are many other avenues and helpful resources that you can utilize online. I've only just discussed a handful of them here that you can use, but there are many other areas of interest that you can dive into, which I have covered on the channel. So if you want to know more of those elements, you can check out the videos here on screen that will teach you more of those aspects to give you a better idea and understanding as to the fundamentals of getting started with online business and affiliate marketing.